Hi, it's Mitch from PickDogs.com here with your 2023 NFL preview for the Miami Dolphins. The way these videos work, basically just 5 minutes, very high-level overviews. I'm shooting these in July, so just working with the information that we have to work with at this time. Of course, in the comments, I expect you guys to comment, let me know your thoughts, and of course, if you have inside information about the Dolphins or any of the other teams we're doing videos on that I didn't cover in the video, feel free to share it. And of course, we're going to go all the way, high-level view of the offense, the defense, a quick look at last season, and of course, go for the NFL win totals for this season. And for the Dolphins, 9-8 last season, and it was McDaniel's first year as head coach, so he has a career coaching mark of 9-8. Some questionable coaching decisions. A lot of these young coaches, they appear to make them, especially, for old school people like myself. We don't understand, these going for twos and fourth and whatever and not kicking the field goals and all that other stuff. But at the end of the day, McDaniel had the Dolphins in the playoffs. He did it with a backup quarterback a good portion of the way, and really the team had a chance to win in Buffalo in the playoffs. They just were unable to snap the ball. They had more delay of the game penalties than you'll ever see, and really that is what ended up costing them the game. When Tua played at quarterback during the season, he was absolutely effective. This guy can throw the ball on a rope, but the problem is when Tua gets hit, he hits the ground harder than anybody I've ever seen. Several concussions last season, and I gotta say, boy, you have to really be somewhat concerned about his overall health, just even outside of football as he continues on with his life. I'll tell you, if he decides to hang it up at an earlier age than most, I wouldn't be all that shocked. Mostert will be the starting running back, but Devin Achane comes in from Texas A&M. This guy is a home run hitter type running back. I expect to see him used a lot in this Dolphins offense. Of course, Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, some of the best and fastest wide receivers in the game. Tyreek Hill is the fastest wide receiver in the NFL once he gets the ball in his hands. Jalen Waddle, not all that far behind him, and the Dolphins also have Cedric Wilson. They brought in Braxton Berrios, who I think is a great fit for any quarterback. Almost like a tight end style possession receiver with Wes Welker coaching the receivers. Boy, it just seems like a match made in heaven. And they also have River Craycraft, who is very similar, maybe a little bit larger possession type receiver. As we move in, the Dolphins' offensive line is pretty good. At tight end, Mike Gesicki is gone to New England, but the offensive line itself is in pretty good shape and should provide time for whoever is back there. On the defensive side of things, the Dolphins bring in Vic Fangio to run the defense, and man, they've got some really good defenders on this team. The defensive line, they run a 3-4-D, and the three is pretty good up front. Christian Wilkins and Agba on the ends, but really it's those outside linebackers, Jalen Phillips and Bradley Chubb, where the pass rush should be coming from. Both these guys can really bring the heat. Of course, Phillips, originally at UCLA, transferred to the University of Miami, and he parlayed that into being a first-round draft choice. And, Bradley Chubb brought in from Denver last year as part of a trade. You got to look back at that trade where the Dolphins allowed the 49ers to move up in the draft to take Trey Lance. Dolphins ended up with Waddle, Chubb, just really a haul of big-time players, all for just letting the Niners move up for Trey Lance. In the secondary, Xavier Howard is back, but Jalen Ramsey moves into the other corner spot. The Dolphins have had high-priced corners for quite some time. Didn't really feel that they were getting everything that they were paying for in the former setup, but bringing Ramsey in, this is a guy that can flat-out play, and we know that even though he's now been on a couple teams, he has contributed, and the Dolphins have shutdown corners here. So when you have shutdown corners and Bradley Chubb and Jalen Phillips bringing the heat, I expect the defense to get a lot done. So while, the Dolphins offense, a lot does rest on Tua, I think the defense will be improved. And with Fangio there, my guess is it will be greatly improved. The win total here for the Dolphins, a modest 9.5. They had 9 wins last year with Tua missing a good chunk of the season. I think even if Tua goes out, I think the backups, have plenty of experience at this point. I like the over 9.5 for the Miami Dolphins. In fact, I think they win the division, and that's going to be my win total prediction for the Dolphins and my brief preview there. This is Mitch. Thanks for joining me. Of course, like I said, if I missed something or you don't agree with something, by all means, throw it in the comments. I'm up for some preseason football debate. I love football. I know you guys do too. And of course, we cover it all every single day in depth at pickdogs.com, where we have the world's best handicappers. You can check those all out regardless of the sport. And of course, our YouTube channel, second to none. Be sure to smash that like button and subscribe. Have an awesome day.